Live, local. This is Fox 12 Now.
Hello everyone, this is Fox 12 Now. I'm Greg Nibbler. Thank you for joining us. We are live streaming on the Fox 12 Oregon app, so don't forget to download that if you have not done so. Great way to watch this show live or after the fact, but however you're finding us. Again, thanks for being here. Right now, though, we are talking about Some Like It Hot. Yes, the Tony Award-winning Broadway musical being performed in Portland at the Keller Auditorium through September 7th. And as part of the cast of that is somebody local. I'm talking about Bryan Thomas Hunt, who is part of the cast for this. Bryan is from Portland, and we actually got a chance to talk to him as they're out there on the road, you know, getting ready for this and getting in and performing in all of these different places. But got to talk to him just about, you know, growing up here, being a theater fan, how one gets into this, and on top of that, Bryan is an award-winning tap dancer on top of that. So I was just curious about how this all happened, how that career got started, and how he got to where he is now, plus, you know, being here in Portland or coming back to Portland, and what it's like with all the other cast members who are not from here and what kind of advice he had for them. So a lot that we cover in this. Let's jump right into it. Here's Bryan. Thank you, you know, for having some time to talk to us today. You know, excited to see the show and have you come back to Portland here. You know, back to your roots. But I was reading something, you know, about how you got into this, and from what I understand, you were more on the athletic side of things. Is that right? Like more into sports, and then how do you go from that into tap dancing on Broadway?
Yeah, no, fair question. I grew up with a very athletic family. My parents and my sister played tennis my whole life, so I had to kind of be athletic just to fit in. I played soccer and basketball throughout elementary school, middle school, a little bit of high school, and surprisingly, athletics kind of transitioned well into dancing. Specifically, like tap dancing is more music-based, and I kind of have an ear for that. But just being raised in an athletic family really helped me figure out that I could dance and I had rhythm, and then I kind of honed that in my early high school at the Arts and Communications Magnet Academy in Beaverton.
Nice. And then, so once you started doing that, what was it about it that like drew you into this so much? I mean, obviously you loved it and you followed that as a career path, but what was it about it?
Yeah, for me, like the immediate gratification. It's like tap dancing. Like, you know, in that moment, if you made the sounds or not. So for me, it was really good. Like, oh, I'm proficient. I'm getting better at this because I made the sounds today that I couldn't make yesterday and the day before. And so like I could see myself grow. And I've always been like a very goal-oriented person. So if there's a task, like I can check it off and like I accomplished this, and it feels satisfying.
Yeah, and it's tangible. You can hear it. You can feel it. You know that when you've done it correctly.
Exactly.
Well, so going from there and then, you know, getting into doing this professionally. So how did that transition happen?
Yeah, I was at school. First I went to Catlin Gable, and like the heavy academics was wonderful for some people, but for me, I was just more arts focused. And then I got connected with Arts Magnet Academy, ACMA, and I found out through a teacher there, Felice Moskowitz, who was one of the dance faculty, that her daughter is Shoshana Bean, a huge Broadway star, beautiful, gorgeous singer, very big talent. I found out you could pursue musical theater as a career, and that led me down my college courses, applying for half a dozen schools, and I got accepted to the Boston Conservatory. I trained there for 4 years. I had to train. I had some athletics. I could sing, but I needed the 4 years to really kind of like shape the type of performer I would become, I am, etc. My wife is extremely talented. She graduated high school and moved to New York to do a Broadway show right away. I had to train. And then after school in Boston, I was very fortunate. I moved to New York City with kind of two jobs. One that got me my equity card at like a musical theater festival, and then a production of White Christmas at Paper Mill Playhouse in New Jersey. And then I was lucky and fortunate that I kind of kept spiraling tap dance musicals into a career, and I kind of, except for the pandemic, kind of haven't stopped, which has been lovely and awesome. And now I get to come back to Portland. It's really exciting.
That's so cool. Well, I mean, in this performance here too, you know, with what you're going to be doing now, so bringing this back to Portland, like how does it feel to be coming back here and performing?
I'm really stoked. It's because I grew, like my first experience with, I didn't see a Broadway show until I was in college. I'd never been to New York until my freshman year of college. So my idea of Broadway or musical theater was through Broadway Across America series at the Keller. I remember my aunt would take me. We saw Seussical, we saw everything. We saw everything. So having the support of my family to, one, encourage me to see shows, and then two, let me not pursue a liberal arts education, but like a conservatory training. So to come back and kind of perform for friends, family, Portland, my community that helped shape me is really filled with a sense of pride. Yeah, I don't know why I said that so quizzically, but yeah, I'm super excited.
I mean, that's great. Yeah, because to come back here and with this, huge production that you're coming in with, I mean, that's got to be, pretty satisfying as well, just to show that, just that you've made it into this, like you've made this into the career that you have, which is just amazing. And, for bringing something like this, for this production to Portland, you mentioned as a kid going to see, the shows at the Keller and things like that. Like, how important do you think it is to have productions like this coming into a city like Portland so that people can go see it?
Essential. I mean, without that, those opportunities and connections to live theater, I wouldn't be where I am today. I wouldn't have met my wife. I wouldn't live in New York. I wouldn't have my whole identity is kind of shaped by those experiences, and also being able to have performed at Northwest Children's Theater and Oregon Children's Theater, a show at Portland Center Stage, Broadway Rose, Lakewood, down in Oswego. Like, all those theaters helped me bit by bit kind of hone my craft and learn so many facets of the business, and like it started as a love and a passion, and like I still have that, and then like I was able to like kind of turn that passion into a way to make money. My dad always said, find something you love to do and find a way to get paid for it. So like, hallelujah. Right,
you got them both right there. That's amazing. Well, what do you think people can expect, with this show coming into town?
Non-stop entertainment. Purely for costumes, we won a Tony. Orchestrations, we won a Tony. Choreography, we won a Tony. So like, it is just like a kind of a love letter to the classic Broadway musical theater, musical comedy. It's so much fun. Literally, the book is written so smart. It's laugh after laugh after laugh, and the dancing does not stop. From like downbeat to the curtain call, you will not see the work in a bad way, but you will see how much effort everyone's giving in like the best possible way.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, I can't wait to see it myself. I've never seen it. One other thing I was going to ask you too, since you are the, coming back home for this with all of your fellow cast members, are you going to be showing them around at all, or do you have a list of anything to like maybe let them know where to go?
Yeah, no, of course. As we go throughout the country, people that have had their hometowns kind of write out a list of their favorite things. Of course, like a list like the Falls and Voodoo Donuts and all like the things that I love. Because we have a little bit of turnover, we're going to have a lot of rehearsals. I don't know how much like of Portland, of like the beach or the mountains they're going to actually get to see, but I'm certainly going to like give a list of things that if you have a car and if you have the time, you must go see XYZ.
This, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's awesome. Anything else that you think is important just for people to know, about the theater in general, just about the arts? I mean, as you mentioned, going to all of the Northwest Children's Theater, Oregon Children's Theater, like all of those different things, and just how important, I guess, that is for education when it comes to, some of the younger people to make it up to where you are now.
Yeah, I think I think I was saying this to someone, I can't remember who, but having the opportunity to kind of learn in Portland and then go off and shape myself and then work professionally and then come back to Portland. I hope someone in the audience sees it, whether it's a parent or a child or anyone who thinks about theater in one way. We can change their perception for the better. We always say it's someone's first show and maybe someone's last show at that night or at that matinee. So we really try to keep it as present and as honest and as entertaining as possible. But just to give anyone in the audience a new idea that I can do that as a career. I can play make-believe and dress up as a career, or I can be backstage, or I can be front of house, back of house. I can be on the technical side. I can be company management. I can do all sorts of aspects of the theater. It's such I mean, we call it like a tribe or a community, but you find your people and who you want to spend your time with and who you want to create and collaborate with. And I mean, that's the reason why I do it, is I get to work with people I admire and respect.
Yeah, the community. Well, Bryan, thank you so much for joining us, to talk about this and to go through this. I mean, just congratulations to on the success and coming back here to Portland. Everybody's going to get a chance to see you soon. So thanks for joining us.
Of course, yeah. Thank you so much. Come see Some Like It Hot.
All right, and again, thank you, to everybody who's joining us here for Fox 12 Now and being a part of this show, whether you're watching us live or after the fact. And like we said, Some Like It Hot, they're at the Keller Auditorium, so you can go check that out from Broadway in Portland. And we've got lots more for you to check out on the Fox 12 Oregon app or on the website or even our YouTube channel, which is Fox 12 Oregon on YouTube, and you can see all the different live segments and different things that we have put up, which is a lot of wide-ranging content, whether it's here in the studio or when we go out of the studio and go on location. We've covered quite a number of things, and let us know if there's something that you would like to see covered. So you can send me an email, fox12now@kptv.com. That's fox12now@kptv.com, and I can see if that's something that we can do, whether that's a topic that you want to see covered or somebody you want us to talk to, or even if it's a deeper dive on a story that you've seen elsewhere here for Fox 12 Oregon. That's also something we could do. We could get the reporter in or investigative reporter and talk to them about their topic as well. So send me that email. But that's it for right now. I will talk to you soon. Again, I'm Greg Nibbler. This is Fox 12 Now.